Kit Guru is with Hyte at CES 2024, and I'm standing in front of the Hyte Y70 Touch case that James recently reviewed. It's the first time I've actually seen this case for real, and it's really rather good. However, that's not what we're here to look at. If we come around this side, it's all about the liquid cooler, the THICC Q60, and that's thick with 2 C's. How thick is the thick? The radiator is 52mm thick. The fans are 32mm thick. That's a lot of thick. But there's more. If you spot the mobile phone device, that's actually part of the cooling system, the part that says THICC Q60 on it. That is the LCD for the pump system, and it also does an awful lot of clever control stuff for the various fans in the system. We'll have a closer look at those in a bit. Now you may be thinking, this Hyte Nexus ecosystem looks interesting, but I don't have a THICC Q60. What am I to do about that? There's a control unit called an NP50, and that is actually duplicating the functions of the brains of the THICC Q60. This system doesn't require it. It doesn't need 2 brains. However, if you fancy getting into the Hyte Nexus ecosystem, that brain could be very useful to you. In addition to a liquid cooler, Hyte has a keyboard. It is named KEEB, and the switches in KEEB are called Fluffy Lavender, and they are pre-lubed, and this is the sort of thing that keeps Matt very happy. So at some point in the near future, Matt will get his hands, I suppose I should have said Matt will get his mitts, on a KEEB and their Fluffy Lavenders, and also most likely this mouse mat. Now if we come back, we can see the full of the RGBs, there's loads. And the KEEB is sat on a mouse mat called CANVAS, which is also part of the Nexus ecosystem. Another desk setup, this time with the Hyte Y40. Kit Guru sadly never got to see this case, and it's a shame, it looks very smart. But the significant thing here today is the pot of Fluffy Lavender switches. Hyte's own switch, an in-house product. Behold the lavender part. And I can confirm it does indeed feel lubed. But I'll rely on an expert like Matt to be the judge of that. So here are the KEEB TKL keyboards, standing proudly in maximum RGB mode, controlled by the Nexus software. And here we have an array of FP12 fans and also a THICC Q60. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 12 FP12 fans, that makes sense, and 1 THICC Q60, and in the center the brain handling the thing. You'll notice we have a whole load of cables, daisy chaining things together, these cables. The Nexus ecosystem is akin to Corsair IQ Link. In fact, I have to say it looks very similar. The difference, according to Hyte, primarily, is that their system can handle more devices. Hyte also has 2 channels of support, as does Corsair. Hyte can do 18 devices per channel and a total of 34 devices across both channels. That is, effectively, infinite devices. And these lighting strips are also part of the ecosystem. They come in 2 lengths, 330mm and 1000mm, which is approximately 1 foot and 1 meter. Well, it's exactly a meter. What am I talking about, Leo? 1,000 is a meter. The fans are currently operating at 1500 RPM fixed speed, and they're fairly quiet. The maximum operating speed of these fans, 3000 RPM, and believe you me, when they're ramped up fully, they get rather noisy. It's the Nexus software that powers the Nexus ecosystem, as you might expect, and it's currently not fully functional. There's a couple of tweaks that are yet to be worked on. Once the software is fully functional in the next few weeks, the THICC Q60, which has already launched, will actually be delivered. If you look next to my thumb, that little hole houses a thermistor, and that may sound familiar from the QX120 fans used by Corsair in IQ Link. It's that feature that currently doesn't function, perhaps others. In other words, the temperature sensing and reporting back to the Nexus software, and that sounds quite important. So we're not going to suffer beta software with these fans and with this ecosystem. They're going to get it working first. As I stand in front of all these fans getting a blow dry, this has been Leo at Hyte for Kit Guru at CES 2024. Remember, it's kitguru.net on the web and also the TikTok.